We are counting down the 7 most influential AI models, reshaping 2025. From ultra-cheap retrieval specialists to advanced all-in-one assistants, each tool on this list excels at a different game, and the trade-offs may surprise you. Which model delivers the ultimate edge? Let us start at number 7. DeepSeek lands at number 7 for one reason. It is the go-to tool when cost is everything. Instead of running a full language model for every query, DeepSeek slices the bill by separating search from generation. Its retrieval layer, tuned for lightning-fast, short queries, can handle millions of lookups for a fraction of what premium models charge, often under 10 cents per million tokens if you are hitting the cache. This makes it a favorite for site search, FAQ bots, and retrieval-augmented generation pipelines, where speed and price matter more than chat depth. But there is a trade-off. DeepSeek is strongest at single-shot answer retrieval, not multi-turn conversations or creative writing. If your workflow is about finding precise answers, rather than holding a dialogue, DeepSeek's retrieval front end is hard to beat. For anything beyond that, you will want a more versatile model. Grok doesn't just answer questions, it reacts to the world as it happens. Plugged directly into live social and web feeds, Grok can summarize breaking news threads, trending topics, or real-time events in seconds. Type a prompt such as "What is the latest on the F1 race?" and Grok pulls posts, distills the chatter, and spits out a punchy recap, often before news outlets catch up. Benchmarks show a median F1 score near 0.8 for live thread summarization, with latency low enough to power chatbots that feel almost human. The trade-off is this: Grok's answers can be opinionated, and it is not built for compliance or legal workflows. When recency and speed matter more than conservative safety, Grok is the go-to. But if your use case needs strict guardrails, look elsewhere. Quinn stands out for its command of Asian languages and its ability to process both images and text in a single workflow. On Chinese document benchmarks, Quinn's optical character recognition scores above 97%, making it the top pick for Asia-Pacific enterprises handling invoices, receipts, or multilingual customer queries. The model's multimodal design lets users drop in a product photo or a scanned form and get structured answers instantly. For e-commerce, regulated chatbots, and retail automation across Asia, Quinn's regional accuracy beats global convenience. The trade-off is that Western developers may run into integration hurdles, and using Quinn for English or European projects often means extra localization work. If your workflow demands precise Asian language support and high-fidelity OCR, Quinn is the specialist. Otherwise, consider broader models for Western stacks. Llama stands apart as the open-weight choice for anyone who needs full control over their AI. With Llama, the entire model runs on your own hardware. No data leaves your servers, and customization is only limited by your team's imagination. That is why global banks, hospitals, and regulated industries picked Llama for sensitive deployments in 2025. The trade-off? You take on all the operational work, buying graphics processing units, handling updates, and keeping everything running. Total cost of ownership for a typical setup hovers around $13,000 a year for 100,000 tokens a day, covering hardware, power, and basic support. A local pseudo prompt like llama.local.run summarize data. Your corp docs gives you instant privacy and flexibility, but there is no vendor to bail you out if something breaks. Llama is the answer for teams that need sovereignty and are willing to manage the stack themselves. Number 3, Claude. Claude stands out for a safety-first approach. Enterprises trust it for legal, HR, and compliance work because it refuses 99.2% of harmful prompts, far higher than most rivals. That caution comes at a cost. Claude's creative writing is slower, and its output sometimes feels cautious, even stiff. The October 2025 prompt leakage incident pushed Anthropic to tighten controls, introducing on-prem isolation and stricter verification for any workflow involving sensitive files or code execution. If you run a pseudo prompt such as claude.ask with an input that says, "Extract compliance risks from this 2,000-word policy," the model's refusal line is clear: no shortcuts, no risky improvisation. For teams where safety and reliability matter more than rapid brainstorming, Claude is the default. If your priority is minimizing hallucinations and keeping guardrails tight, Claude is the right call, even if it means giving up some flexibility. OpenAI's GPT 4.1 holds its ground as the gold standard for following instructions. Whether you're refining a customer support workflow, generating code, or building an assistant that handles text, images, and plugins, the real edge is not just the model itself, but the sprawling marketplace of plugins and SDKs that snap into existing tools. In 2025, OpenAI cut median query costs by 26% compared to GPT-4o, bringing premium accuracy closer to mainstream budgets, though it still runs pricier than open or retrieval-first models. A typical pseudo-prompt might be OpenAI.chat model GPT 4.1, with a user message that says, "Summarize these 10 customer tickets into 3 action items." That example shows how quickly you can plug in advanced logic with minimal setup. The trade-off is simple. You are paying for polish, reliability, and a mature ecosystem, not for raw speed or the lowest price per token. For teams that want the best off-the-shelf instruction and frictionless integration, OpenAI remains the default. But if you need native web search fusion or massive context windows, Gemini takes the crown. Gemini stands at the top because it fuses multimodal intelligence with live search in a way no other model does. At its core, Gemini's architecture links language, images, audio, and even video with real-time access to Google Search and Google Docs. That means you can drop in a 200-page report, a folder of images, and a voice memo, then ask Gemini to summarize, cross-reference, and pull the latest stats from the web, all in a single prompt. Its native context window stretches up to 1 million tokens, letting it reason across entire books or massive datasets without losing the thread. A typical pseudo-prompt, for example, Gemini.multimodal, where the text asks to summarize all Q3 reports and highlight trends versus last year, and an image file is attached, illustrates how deep the integration goes. The trade-off is that Gemini is cloud-first, so you are tied to Google's stack and pricing. There is no true offline or on-premises mode. But for teams needing a single tool that connects documents, media, and the web at scale, Gemini is the most strategic choice for 2025. If your workflow demands the broadest context, seamless search, and multimodal reasoning in one managed platform, Gemini is the answer. Across all 7 models, one truth stands out. AI's real power now lies in how tools blend speed, scale, and context. In 2025, adaptability, not just intelligence, defines the winners. I hoped you liked this video. Feel free to subscribe and comment down below what I should explain next.